issue there was a cash generation came in $1 billion better than expectations. I mean, I kind of get the sense that Boeing management has sort of give us some pretty conservative estimates for cash generation for the year. I think they showed it in the first quarter, coming out pretty strong. I think there's a real good potential that Boeing could be sort of cash flat, meaning no usage for the year, or maybe even a bit of generation. And I think as we've gotten into the earnings call, what we've heard is the tariff effects are pretty manageable outside of China. China's a bit of a challenge, they know that, but again, a lot of the backlog is not Chinese airplanes. A lot of that's been, the Chinese haven't placed many orders, and Boeing's been sort of busy getting deliveries out to them to get some of those airplanes they've already built for them off the balance sheet. So China, the major issue, again, not big though, and the rest of tariff world sounds like where there's occasions that they have to pay, they're paying. They can claw back some of those costs from the administration. So it sounds like I would say things continue to be on track for a recovery, for a strong recovery, hopefully this year.
Yes, and Boeing last earned a profit in mid-2021, and it's definitely coming off its worst year in its century-long history. We have the CEO Kelly Ortberg saying 2025 is the turnaround year. What is Boeing going to do differently?
Well, I mean, I think they're going to deliver airplanes, right? So that's the biggest challenge when you're an aircraft manufacturer and you stop delivering airplanes and you have quality problems. That's why they stop delivering. You're just not going to generate cash. They've really been trying to, keep the supply chain, I would say, warm by buying components from the supply chain, and that's why they've seen inventories balloon to like $87 billion. I got to check and see what it was on today's balance sheet, but last balance sheet, $87 billion. So, I mean, a lot of the turnaround is build those airplanes with existing inventory. Means the cash generation for the airplanes they build and deliver ought to be higher than historically. Use that money to pay down debt, keep the balance sheet, or heal the balance sheet. That's the recovery plan.
George, I know from talking to you and reading your research, the cash story hinges in large part on getting those 737s out the door. Talk to us about where production is today and where do you think it's going to go in the future?
Yeah, so they said that the factory was building at low 30s number of aircraft per month. We'd kind of been tracking it. I think we saw high 20s, so probably Kelly's got maybe just a more current number on that. I think that they'll get up to the 38 limit. This is all on the 737 that the FAA has put in place for them this year and go past that. I think they'll get an FAA approval for that, and probably at the back half of the year, we're kind of looking for them to be 40-ish. And so again, the more you use the factory, the more overhead gets absorbed over a larger number of airplanes. The more profitable you are, the more cash you're going to generate. Part of that story.